Hey guys, it's your brother in Christ, Weston. Thanks for joining me today. Today's articles come out of End Times headlines. Let's get into it. Okay, so I have two articles here that I think we've seen this before, and I'm surprised that they're showing up. So funny that they're happening at the same time. Let me move this just a little bit because I have to read it, and you'll see the screen here in just a moment. It says here, Trump lands partnership with Pfizer to lower drug prices, including Trump RX website. I see RFK's face here and I just wonder if he's like, what the, mm, like, what the F? And I'm talking like hard F. What the, that's how I feel. Just being real. Okay. Because we just had this conversation about Tylenol being linked to autism and a causality of it, or there's a causal link between that being pregnant. But also, if that's happening via pregnancy, I wonder if that can happen. It just makes the next logical conclusion. I wonder if it's happening when you're not pregnant, when anybody's using that, right? Like it's just a question. Like it seems like there's something there if that can happen. Let's read. It says President Donald Trump is set to unveil a groundbreaking agreement with pharmaceutical giant Pfizer aimed at dramatically reducing the prescription drug prices for millions of Americans. Scheduled for Tuesday marks the first major victory. This was yesterday when I heard about this. Under Trump's aggressive push for most favored nation pricing, a policy designed to align U.S. drug costs with those in other developed nations, where prices are often a fraction of what Americans pay. Um, at the heart of the deal, Pfizer's commitment to voluntarily. Oh, thank you, Pfizer. Thank you so much. Lowering prices on a portfolio of medications, which includes blockbuster drugs like blood thinners, Eliquis, and the breast cancer treatment iBrace, and widely used C word 19. Nope, nope. We'll talk about that here in a second. Ow, like a pimple in the back of my ear. Ouchie. Whatever. While specifics remain under wraps, such as exact drugs targeted, the percentage of reductions, or whether the savings will extend to private insurers or only governmental programs like Medicare and Medicaid, White House official emphasized the sweeping nature of the initiative. Pfizer, the first drug maker to announce a deal under the plan, will reduce the prices across the board. This isn't just about discounts; it's about direct challenge to the pharmaceutical industry long-standing prices practices. Trump signed an executive order in May directing federal agencies to implement most favored nation model, which would cap the government pay for drugs at lower rates negotiated abroad. Critics of the current system point to stark disparities. What else? Adding an innovative twist, the agreement introduces a new direct to consumer platform called Trump RX, where Americans can purchase Pfizer drugs at a reduced rate. Trump RX, they can go to a direct consumer website called Trump RX. The White House official reveals hinted a streamlined e-commerce model that will cut out the middleman and pass savings straight to the patients. A digital marketplace could transform how consumers access essential medicines, potentially setting a precedent for other drug makers and follow lawsuit. But the deal ambitions extend beyond pricing. Pfizer is also pledging a massive $70 billion in investment, development, and research. Brother, I wouldn't trust them. I wouldn't trust them at all. That's the same people who are doing the C word 19, right? And wanting a 75-year deal to even release documents before that stuff came out. And that literally the C word 19, the C word, the thing, the pokes, right? Kills people. It for sure kills people. Cardiac arrest, all kinds of stuff. Bell's palsy. What else? Even long people have long COVID, stuff that I think that I've been experiencing, whether I've had long COVID or not, I have no idea. Neurological issues, tremors, POTS, all kinds of things that shouldn't have happened in long COVID. I'm talking like people have been dealing with it up to 5 years. So since 2020 to 2025. That's nuts. It talks about lowering prices, yada yada yada. This sounds like a bunch of bull, and it sounds sketchy. And here's why: because on the heels of that, we have another article about this new C word variants with unusual symptoms sweep America amid chilling warning that even mild cases now risk lasting effects. At the right time, this came out today. So that article for Trump either came out yesterday. I'm not sure. I have to look at it. Did it come out yesterday or today? Um, it came out yesterday. So this one's today. And it just talks about it. It says as fall settles in the US, there's Nimbus and Stratus and their Omicron variants that are only spreading rapidly, but are linked to some peculiar symptoms like that are catching both patients, doctors off guard with wastewater surveillance signaling moderate to very high levels in several states. That's disgusting. Um, Surge in Northeast and beyond. Stratus was first detected in Southeast Asia back in January. January, my goodness, why are we hearing about it now? By early September, it accounted for a staggering 80% of Seaward 19. Nimbus, another swift moving Omicron descendant, is contributing to the momentum right now. National, it's the CDC's talking about national wastewater levels, a key indicator of community transmission. Interesting. However, the picture is patchier on the ground for states: Nevada, Utah, Delaware, Connecticut, very high levels. So wastewater stuff. It's clear that Seaward is activities on the rise again. An infectious disease expert. While we're in a much better place in 2020, the rising transmission still poses a threat. Unusual symptoms from razor blades to croaky voices. Well, what Nimbus and Stratus apart are from the transmissibility. It's the way they're making people feel. Headaches, cough, fatigue, nasal congestion persist, but reports of distinctive woes are flooding clinics, describing throat pain so intense it's like razor blades, along with a raspy, croaky voice that lingers beyond like a bad case of laryngitis. Patients were complaining of severe pain, throat, while non-specific C word, the expression has been used to describe some throat symptoms. Brother, lingering concerns of long COVID and vaccine hesitancy. Look, I'm just going to tell you right now. Um, the stuff that I have been dealing with, I caught from a cold. Like, probably from a cold, probably because I mechanically had done something wrong. I also got sick, probably dehydration, and I can't do both. I can't do this finger like that. I can do it over here though. I think one, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can do this one. This one I can't because all fingers want to go up. My ulnar nerve, as I've learned. And lots of health anxiety, right? So I say that because there's absolutely no way, like at all, um, that I would ever take a C word 19. Nope, not doing it. I'm not doing it, brother, because I've seen the articles. I still have the stuff saved from 2020 about this, about the actual side effects that were in there. You cannot tell me. There's just, dude, there's just, the science is not there at this point, and the people that are saying it in terms of mainstream, the people that have been saying it, that have lost their jobs, and people that have come up with the mRNA type technology that wasn't meant to be used this way. Um, I have specifically said for years, like, this is not good. And so it's just funny how you see this talked about, and then literally the Trump and with Pfizer combo that we got going on here, and Trump RX and lowering costs and 70 billion in research and development. They're going to probably make double, triple, who knows? And then you're going to talk about, oh, by the way, there's variants are on the rise. Brother, come on. The best thing I think you can do, not a doctor, just got to say that to say that. Feels like it doesn't mean anything these days when doctors are going at it with each other, like, what's the truth and what's not the truth, right? To the layman. And to them, they're like, hey, you're lying, or you're lying, or you're lying. It feels like this always happens. It's always a play in somebody's book lately since the C word dropped. That right at the right time, somebody's going to come out and also have the fix or that solution. And it's just, how are you so ready? How? It's not, it doesn't make any sense. And how are you so? I'm not trusting it, man. I am not trusting it at all, at all. And there have been ongoing things in Congress talking about, like, the schedule of V words for children, like as their babies, bro. And I'm like off about all of these things. And what is it? It's just like you need to be sure that you need to be sure when you're doing stuff like that. Um, so yeah, I'm in a weird space with V words right now, and I want to trust them. I want to trust something. It's just dealing. I feel like when you're dealing with people, you don't know what to trust anymore. Like when it comes to like this, like it's blatant. Like I'm looking at it. They're telling us, and I'm just having a hard time believing the truth about um being boldface lied to for years about things like this, or not even that. Let's just say that the truth that's being perceived is really like not really 100%, like 30, 40, 50%. That's 50%, but that's enough to feed the masses and say it's safe. But if you read this fine print, you should worry about all these other things, like, yo, what is going on with this idea of having drug makers be prepared for something that we didn't know about. Now we know about, and now they're ready. Like that doesn't make any sense. Why would you keep it secretive? It's super sketch. I don't know what to think about this, but well, I do know. I just don't want to get my channel taken down. So yeah. Anyways, guys, that's the video. If you like the video, be sure to like the video. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below, because this feels like it's going straight out of a playbook of 2020, dude. Just now under Trump. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, you can't just be blissfully ignorant. I'm not a president, but I can tell you, I've just read what people have done that are historical record on the docket written that these things have happened. And then I'm just like, I'm gonna go crack a deal with them and trust them. What? All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one.